Hello students, I am Dr. Jamuna. Today I am going to speak for B.Sc first sem general chemistry paper with the topic purification of organic compounds by crystallization and fractional crystallization. Prerequisites for this topic is the nature of the substance you should know which you want to purify it, and the properties of the compound such as vapor pressure, boiling point, solubility, etc. information you should know from the literature. The main content is purification means, it is removal of unwanted impurities present in an organic compound. Whenever you get organic compound from the natural source or from the if you synthesize in the laboratory, you never get any single organic compound without impurities. There will be the presence of other unwanted impurities with it. So if you isolate or separate from unwanted impurities, such a process we call it as purification. A large number of methods are available for the purification of substances. Already you may have studied in your PU class, there are several methods available for purification such as crystallization, fractional crystallization, distillation, steam distillation, distillation under reduced pressure, sublimation, etc. The choice of method, however, it depends upon the nature of the substance, whether it is solid or liquid. All the methods are not suitable for all sorts of organic compounds, whether they are solid or liquid. It also depends upon the type of impurities present in the substance which you want to isolate or purify. The principle, let us take up first crystallization. The principle of this crystallization method is a suitable solvent is chosen in this method where the compound of our interest dissolves more at higher temperature than at room temperature. Then impurities are either insoluble or dissolve to an extent that they remain in solution without undergoing crystallization. I hope you understood. We have to choose a solvent in such a way that the compound of our interest, say for example, I have a mixture of 3 compounds, and this crystallization, remember, always we use this method for the mixture of solids. Say for example, we have a sample, it is containing 3 mixtures, that is substance A, B, C, and I want to remove unwanted substance. For me is B and C. I want to isolate in pure form substance A. Then you have to choose a solvent in such a way that when you heat it at high temperature, A should dissolve and B and C should remain insoluble, or they should dissolve in such a way that when I go for crystallization, only A substance should crystallize, B and C should remain in the solution itself. Most commonly used solvents for crystallization are water, alcohol, ether, chloroform, carbon tetrachloride, acetone, benzene, petroleum ether, etc. There are so many solvents are available. Whichever is suitable for the compound of our interest, means the compound which you want to isolate them, suitable you have to select. For example, crystals of benzoic acid can be crystallized with hot water because benzoic acid is sparingly soluble in cold water. It is not soluble in cold water, but it is soluble in hot water. If you want to isolate benzoic acid from other acids, then what you have to do is you can select hot water. You have to follow some steps during crystallization. What are those steps? We'll discuss one by one. The choice of solvent, preparation of solution, filtration of hot solution, crystallization, and separation of drying of crystals. So the process involves separation of different components of a mixture by repeated crystallization. So the first step what we do is dissolve the mixture of substances, as I said A, B, C, in a solvent in which the two components have different solubility. All if they have same solubility, again we fail to separate by using crystallization. So now I'm talking about fractional crystallization. Here fractional crystallization is by repeated crystallization, we are going to separate mixture of two substances. In the first step, what we do, we dissolve the mixture in a solvent. You have to choose a solvent in such a way that the two substances should have different solubility. Then cool the hot saturated solution of this mixture. The less soluble compound crystallizes out first. The compound which is less soluble crystallizes out first, and the more soluble substance remains in the solution itself. Concentrate the mother liquor left after crystallization of the less soluble component, then allow to cool. First, which one crystallizes out, you remove it. The one which has undergone more soluble, it has undergone more solubility, that compound will be allowed to cool, then later it will be removed as crystals. Crystals of the more soluble component can be obtained from this by concentrating the mother liquor after removing the first crystals. So the references what I have done here is, these are the 3 textbooks I have made, and the textbook of organic chemistry by Arun Bhal and Bal is very much useful for you. Almost it is available in all the libraries, and any other organic chemistry book if you have, you can refer. So this is Digital Learning Department of Collegiate Education is presenting these videos. Thank you very much.